were so close to kissing. They were so close. It was. Oh, God. I need something to throw. I'm gonna take this out. They were so close. You know what, actually, I'm kind of glad that they didn't kiss, even though I am part of the Yukinon X Hachiman ship. Thing is, like, if they did kiss, due to the fact that it's anime, it's gonna be very awkward between the two right afterwards, and it probably would be awkward for Yui as well, especially since, you know, she was eavesdropping on them. But, like since like they just came out of like their whole arguing thing that they had a few episodes ago, I'm glad that they didn't kiss, so that way things wouldn't have been awkward. But other than that, this episode, from what I've read so far, this episode I heard it was very rushed due to the fact, I believe in my last review of episode 10, I stated that this was starting a new chapter, or starting a new book rather, book 10 of the light novels, and then they finished it within, they finished book 10 within this episode. And what I mean by that, now personally, I don't read the light novels, but from what I've read so far, and from what you guys have been telling me, is that there's a scene where Hachiman, or Hayama, asks Hachiman, are you bothered by the rumor of Hayama dating Yukinon? And he's like, Hachiman answers yes, and then Hayama tells Iraha and Yumiko to be like, yo, stop it, or I think that's what he does. Or rather, he says their names when he's like doing this little speech thingy after he won the little race. I guess that's a horrible way to start a race. I don't know why that's a thing. Because shouldn't you be like taking waves and I don't know. Anyway, so there was that scene, and there was also during the racing scene, Hachiman, not only does he ask for Totsuka's, I believe that's his name, the trap, I forgot his name, but also he asks his Chuny friend, the big fat guy, to help stop Hayama. No, well, to help out with the plan. I also want to give a shout out to Oh Yet Nevermind for helping me point out, or for helping me see that Hayama is actually not only feels inferior like he stated in this episode, but he's also jealous of Hachiman. Now he's not like super jealous, but he is jealous of what the one thing that Hachiman has that Hayama doesn't. That being, Hachiman has a genuine relationship with all his friends, rather than Hayama. He has a relationship with them, but as we see and how I've talked about it before, it's not like a genuine relationship. It's more or less something, a bunch of like people just clinging on to one another just to cling on. A good example I feel like is Yumiko, the blonde, is because like she clings on to Hayama. Like as we see in this episode, she wants to know what freaking section he's going to, whether it's liberal arts or the science. And I don't understand what that actually means in Japan. I guess it chooses like what like you study, but don't you need to study like Common Core and all that? But hey, that's just in the United States. But anyway, as we see, it has her and Yukinon, especially Yukinon, poking fun at her. She's like teasing her, but also saying what's on her mind. You see that Yumiko wants like to know what Hayama's up to, like what he's doing, and all of this. Like he's clinging on to him, and I feel like she's clinging on to him just because he's hot. And that little scene between Yukinon and Yumiko, I thought Yumiko was gonna slap Yukinon in the face. I was like, if that did happen, I was like, oh snap, but she didn't, and that's definitely something of Yukinon's character, of her, being sort of that ice queen. But the thing about her and Hachiman and why their ship works together so well is that they're willing to have a unsweet and like realistic relationship rather than like a sweet but fake relationship, something that like Iraha and Hayama would definitely have if they got together, or something like Yumiko and Hayama would have. And there was also that scene between Hayama and Hachiman when they're racing, and like Hachiman's asking all these questions, but like he asked before, and basically Hayama reveals that he hates Hachiman because like how the ways he does things, taking things like on his own, stuff like that. And the thing about Hayama's character is that he wants to be happy, but he also wants his friends to be happy, and he wants to have a genuine relationship just like Hachiman does with you and Yukinon and everyone else. but like he knows that the only way to get there, like the way to get there, it's gonna hurt a few people, especially himself or like his friends, and so he tries to do it all himself, or the best ways he can personally. But he admits that he has to do it that way rather than like doing other things, or rather taking the Hachiman approach, like taking things all upon yourself and stuff like that. And like thing about Hayama is that like I know in the past I've said I don't really like his character here and there, but to be honest, his character is probably the most interesting out of all of them, since he's not a main character, he's a supporting character, but yet he's the most interesting one because he has like all these different things, and due to the fact that he's a supporting character, he doesn't get a lot of screen time compared to someone like Hachiman, Yukinon, or Yui, stuff like them. Anyway, going back to that scene in the nurse rooms between Yukinon and Hachiman about stuff like hey Yukino, which club are you joining, or which section are you joining, the liberal arts or sciences? And she's like, oh, I'll join liberal arts so I could be with you guys, because remember, Yukinon isn't in the same class with Hachiman and Yui, so I think this is the best way for them to be together and stay together as a group of friends. And the intimate things happen, and stuff happens, and guess what, Yui overheard most of it, I assume, because of that face she had. And in the end, Hachiman admits that he hates Hayama as well, and they go on to a topic of relationships don't reset once you move on to the next grade or you go off to college, stuff like that. And Hayama isn't necessarily wrong, but personally, I moved on, like my friends and I, we've moved on from high school to colleges. We all go to different schools, and our friendships haven't definitely, deteriorated or reset or anything like that, but they definitely have, I don't know, I guess the best way to describe it is to, they deteriorate as they go lower, because you're not spending time with your friends, or at least I'm not. That sounds as a loner thing, but yeah, it's stuff like that. And anyway, I thought this episode was great, even though things were rushed. I was kind of hoping to see more stuff, like, right after that cliffhanger last week with Yukinon's mom, because, like I said, I heard she acts like Cersei from Game of Thrones. I kind of wanted to see that so I could hate her face, but that didn't end up happening, so that's kind of sad. But we also saw her sister, Yukinon's sister, this episode, and stuff like that. Yukinon's sister, Haruno, man, she's kind of conceited, like the way she was talking to Hachiman about walking her to the train station, all this, and don't you want to be seen walking like a cute bombshell like me to the train station, poke face? I'm like, whoa, you're kind of conceited, lady. Like, I understand you're Yukinon's older sister, and I'm assuming that if you were in real life, you'd be kind of hot, but you don't have to like be that conceited. Anyway, like I said, a great episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I believe I hit everything, but if I didn't, let me know what I missed down in the comments, and then we can discuss about it within the comments below, because that's fun. And usually most of the time, oh yep, never mind, is the only one that comments, and I can't comment you back, buddy, because you don't have replies enabled, so I can't comment back. So turn that on so we can talk about things in the comments. And like I said, if I miss anything, let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching. But don't forget to leave a like if you think the video deserves it. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you saw. If you haven't already, I'll see you guys all next time. So till then, bye-bye.